All right, here we are in Module 3, building simple materials, and then we'll get into more complex materials later down the road. But for now, we're just going to keep things simple. So let's go ahead and jump into Maya, and I'll show you what we're talking about in terms of simplicity. All right, here we are inside of Maya. Now, just as a quick note, I did take all of the lights that we had in our scene, and I put them into their own display layer, and I went ahead and turned off their visibility. That way they're not getting in the way as we're selecting objects and getting things textured here. For this module and the next two, we are going to be primarily in our hypershade. So let's go ahead and open that up now. Once again, here in our hypershade, I am using the material viewer, which is a fantastic tool. It really helps us get our materials built out without having to do a bunch of test renders on our objects to see if they're going to work. So feel free to use any object that you wish or any of the backgrounds that you desire as well. For me, I'm going to use the teapot and stick with the interior to color. All right, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at our glass that we had built in the last module. Now this glass is set and ready to go. There isn't much that we need to do or anything really that we need to do with it. It looked just fine in our test render, so I think we're going to keep the settings as is. But I did want to take some time, as promised, to go over Arnold 5's way of doing things here. As they've taken away the diffuse section, that's completely gone, and now we have something called base. We also just have specular and no longer have reflection as an option. We have transmission, we still have subsurface, and we've added a couple different nodes here or options. We now have something called coat, we have emission, and now we have geometry as well. And the other options are pretty standard here. These geometry and up to base or base down to geometry are primarily the options that we're always going to use on this standard surface material. And what they've done is gone to a PBR workflow or a physically based workflow. Okay, so the base is going to control our metalness, which controls if an object is metallic or not. And it also will control the color of both the metal and a dielectric object. Where now we have specular, which is going to control all specular highlights, okay, which isn't a bad thing. We necessarily didn't need the reflective option before. And now we have IOR as an option underneath specular instead of Fresnel, and those Fresnel tick boxes are all gone on these options. So Fresnel is automatically going to be calculated. So if we use metalness, then we no longer need the complex IOR node because it's already going to use those complex Fresnel calculations. The IOR is set to a default of 1.52, which is standard for glass, so we don't need to change that. Now most dielectric objects are going to be between 1 and 1.6. So we're going to be working in those numbers for the majority of all of our materials here. And we still have some of the other options here as well. With transmission, we now have the ability to control depth, scatter, and some other options here. We have the subsurface tool, so we no longer have a shader node specifically for skin. It's all done with the standard surface now. And then coat, think of this as a clear coat. So we now have the ability to add an additional coat on top of our specular surface. Emission is still the same. It's going to emit light from the object or the material itself, which we're going to use for our fire. And then geometry, we can determine whether or not the geometry is thin-walled, such as fabric, piece of paper, or even thin glass, or if it has some depth to it or thickness to it. And this is where we can control the opacity, also our bump mapping. All right, let's go ahead and since our glass is all set and ready to go, let's go ahead and build our material for our walls. So let's go ahead and go underneath our Arnold shader here. And we want to select surface, and that just narrows our options down here. Or you can hit tab in our workspace here and just type out AI standard surface and be able to select it from there, whichever way works for you. All right, so I'm going to rename this walls. Okay, and for the weight, to keep things realistic here, now in a physical world, an object is not going to reflect more light than it receives. We want to make sure that the sum of the weight on our base and specular do not exceed a value of 1 to keep things realistic. If I have a weight of 0.8 here for my base, then my object can only reflect 0.2 on the specular. So that's how that's going to work. So we're going to leave the base at 8. And for our color, let's go ahead and we're going to grab a color swatch that I have saved out in our source images. Go ahead and go there. We're going to click on the checker and choose File. Let's open up our folder. And we want to come to the source images root folder here. And we want to go ahead and choose this gray PNG. Now these color swatches are directly from our mood board that we had created. So let's go ahead and open that up. And let's go ahead and go back to our walls node here. The diffuse roughness, since the walls generally are a plaster type texture with paint on top of it, I like to add a little diffuse roughness to this. So let's go ahead and make this 0.5. And our roughness for our let's take our specular weight first down to 0.2. And then we can take our roughness up and let's go about 0.45 or so. And we want to take our AOR, let's lower that to about 1.2. So I think that looks pretty good there. Let's go ahead and move our hypershade off to the side. And let's go ahead and grab our wall. So we want this piece here, this one, and that wall piece there. Let's go ahead and right click and we're going to assign a new material. I'm going to right click and assign existing material. And we want to choose AA walls. So that's it. We have our walls texture done. In the next clip, let's go ahead and move on to the trim.